It's your boy Jose from Big Meat Sports. How are you guys doing on this lovely week? For you guys that are tuning in to YouTube Live, Twitch Live, Facebook Live, thank you for guys for tuning in. Don't forget to check us out on all of our platforms: Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, everywhere. Hit us up in the DMs on Instagram. Thank you guys for tuning in. So coming on here a little bit late again. You know, got to put up those Christmas decorations. Daughter wanted me to put them up and got the tree up, got the lights going outside. So daughter's happy, I'm happy. So let's get this started. So hey, look, do want to give a big shout out to the USA soccer team for advancing to the next round of 16. They'll be playing the Netherlands. But one thing I want to point out is one, they beat the Iran 1-0. But I do have to give a shout out to Tyler Adams. This exchange from a reporter, Iranian reporter, um, kind of, I think this reporter was trying to bait him into something, and this guy Tyler Adams, which is I believe, and I'm not a soccer whiz, a fanatic like I like my other friends, but I do think that he represented the USA well with his country. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, I will play the clip now, and you guys can give me your thoughts in the comment section or or later on. But here we go. Let's talk about this. And I just want to say, and the interview goes on a little bit longer, and he talks about the struggles in the U.S., but that showing progress. And I just want to say this guy represented the U.S. well. He didn't get baited into the question. He didn't, go back and forth. I can't thank him enough, and can't say enough for him representing the U.S. like he did. And Iran, the reporter, man, for you to ask those questions when you have your own problems, I mean, that's just, it's just blasphemy. It's, I can't express how, you know, the, how that question was from this reporter. But bringing politics into a game that you're just trying to get away from politics, and you're just trying to watch a game and talk to your superstars. I just again I thank Tyler Adams for representing U.S. USA well during that exchange. But we're gonna go on beyond that. Let's talk about talking about representing people. Let's talk about the Washington Commanders. Now, this, and usually I talk about, the teams and how they played and so on and so forth. But look, Washington Commanders, we're trying to do something for Sean Taylor, the late Sean Taylor. And every time I feel like they try to commemorate him, do something in his honor, they just drop the ball every single time. Now, I am going to show you a clip. And this has to be the most embarrassing thing that I've seen out of an organization. Now, people all over the place have statues. RG3 has a statue outside of Baylor. Nick Foles has a statue outside of Philadelphia, Philadelphia Eagles Stadium. So I just don't get what what in the hell the Washington Commanders were thinking when putting this out. And I'll show you, because this is total embarrassment. What is that? That is, I don't know. What is that? That's like a mannequin that is like, I'm speechless, because that is basically a mannequin that they put on clothes. Like they put clothes on a mannequin and saying that's a statue. Now, I mean, I don't know what happened. Maybe the statue broke on the way there, and they still wanted to, do this in honor of Sean Taylor. Maybe the may I'm just look. The funniest thing is that he has a Nike jersey, Reebok pants, and Adidas soccer cleats, and it's on a mannequin. Like, whoever let this pass from the top, Dan Snyder, whoever, like the marketing PR person, somebody should get fired, because this is not how you represent a person. I mean, I know the Washington Commanders, their whole organization is going to trash. They got pipes bursting and poop coming on to guests while they're watching the game, and I know this is a bad organization. But man, every single time they try to, do something for Sean Taylor in honor of him, they drop the ball. They drop the ball, and they drop the ball badly. So yeah, if you guys are checking us out on YouTube, or I mean, if you're checking us out on Apple Podcasts or Spotify, go check us out on YouTube so you can watch that video that I just posted. But if you're unaware of the situation, but let's just go on, man. So we're gonna talk about the Dallas Cowboys. They play on Thanksgiving. It's almost a week now from the game. My takes on the game was, man, this Cowboy team started off slow. The offense started off slow. I just think that we're just sleepwalking through the first half. We were giving the Giants some little optimism on they can probably pull out this win, but I felt like when the second half came a calling, that the offense really settled down and got back to the roots of running the ball, play action pass, and Dak started not forcing the ball as much as he was in the first half. Now my concern is that Dak is playing, he has streaks and he's playing really good, but with some errors, as of late. The past two times, he's been throwing some interceptions that are really uncalled for, and I'm wanting to get this out of his system now, because when it comes down to the playoffs, you're not going to get away with this when it comes to good teams, like the 49ers, the Eagles, and so on and so forth. But I do like how we responded after those interceptions. But again, Dak was 21 for 30 for 261 yards, two TDs, and two interceptions. I think that it was a decent game. Ezekiel Elliott came out of nowhere, 16 rushes for 92 yards. Pollard had it's a right game. But again, everybody is eyeing Pollard, and I feel like, again, Zeke is our main back. Pollard is our explosive back. We have two good running backs, and we have to use them like we're using them, and continue to use them. Don't press. Don't overreact. Yes, I know that we need another wide receiver. And hey, look, stuff is being said around OBJ. Is he going to join the team? Isn't he? Jerry's saying that he's going to join the team. So I don't know. I think we need another explosive player. But look, James Washington is coming back. Michael Gallup is actually getting back to his old form, going up and grabbing balls. I'm kind of seeing him getting back to his old form. So we do have playmakers, and also, don't forget about our three tight ends. Our tight ends are like Ferguson, Hendershot, and Schultz. They're the real deal. These all three of them, well, two of them. Schultz, I don't think is as fast as the other two, but they can catch the ball. They can block. They're doing what we're wanting them to do. And with our sets, trying to run the ball, so we have more tight end sets. And for the play action pass to work, it's basically they're like the third wide receiver, and they're pushing the ball down the field. Damn, you know what? It was the TD passes that Dak threw was all to tight ends. So and one handoff on the tight end handoff. So I just think that this team has the makings of going far in the playoffs. Now, I'm not saying winning a Super Bowl because I still do think that we have some missing, pieces. We're lacking in some areas, especially in the secondary. But another elite wide receiver, another playmaker. But I do think that we have talent, and we need to continue to grow. Can we catch up to the Eagles? Again, I think the Eagles are frauds. Some people might not agree with me, but that's to each his own. But I just want to, like, if you guys are checking us out on YouTube and all of our videos, I know some of you guys are making fun of me because my background. Hey, look, we're working on this background over here, okay, guys? And look, so if you see the Dallas Cowboy banner back here, we're working on it. I'm trying to invent my own little man cave, my own little podcasting area in my garage. So I know some of you guys are making fun of me for my background. So it's a work in progress. But we're starting with the Dallas Cowboy banner back here. I got some more stuff that I have to put up, but that's going to take a little bit longer for me to put up. So for you guys that are tuning in, hey, look, I'm working on it. So I'm working what I have for now. But let's talk about the Miami Dolphins. Now, the Miami Dolphins came off their bye week, and they started off hot. But then Armstead got hurt, and things started to kind of like downward spiral for the Dolphins because Tua was then getting hit nonstop. But Tua ended the game going 22 for 36 for 299 yards and one TD. And I know some Dolphin fans were getting kind of nervous in the fourth quarter because it was 30-15, I believe, in the start of the fourth quarter. And Dolphins offense, and they already took two out. I don't believe Tua didn't come in the second half. They already had a comfortable lead, and I just think that they just had to continue to do what they're doing to put the game away. But then the defense started giving up points, and it started getting a little bit dicey for the Dolphins. Now, I think that defense were playing more prevent defense and giving up large chunks and kind of like decided, hey, look, we need to buckle down here because this game is getting a little tight. And I know, you know, a lot of Dolphin fans are like, please, clock, keep on ticking, keep on ticking, keep on ticking. But I do like what I saw out of the Dolphins coming off their bye. They're aggressive. They push the ball down the field, but they have to rely on that running game. There's too much passing. I know McDaniels is he has all these weapons, but my thing is you have to get your running game to help out Tua in the passing game. And they're going to need this running game this next game because the 49ers have an elite defense. Their defense hasn't given up a second half score in 4 games. So the Dolphins, I do believe can be competitive, but how are they going to be competitive? And I'm going to give you my take on how they can be competitive. And Dolphins can be competitive if they start using the tight ends this next game. And why I say that? Because the tight ends in this system has looks like it has been forgotten. Gasecki, Smite, they basically are non-factors. I mean, Durham Smythe had one reception. Gasecki didn't have any reception. I think he's only been targeted a few times. So I just think that a curveball needs to be thrown to the 49ers and use the tight ends more, look for the tight ends down the field and utilize them. I don't think that the Dolphins can pull off this win because of the injury to Terran Armstead. I do think that that's a big loss. Tua's going to be. They have a really good pass rush. I think they're right behind the Dallas Cowboys in sacks. So Bosa and those boys are going to be after Tua. Then they're gonna pressure him a lot. I do think it's going to be a close game because McDaniels is a former coach for the 49ers. He knows their tendencies, he knows their weaknesses and stuff, and so on and so forth. So I do think that they have a chance, but at the end of the day, I think the injuries to the secondary and injuries to the offensive line might just be the demise of the Dolphins. I would love the Dolphins to win because that helps out the Cowboys and moving up in the rankings and and so on and so forth, showing the blueprint on how to beat the 49ers with this newer team with Christian McCaffrey at the helm. But we'll see. It's going to be a really, really good game this upcoming week. The Dolphins, I'm telling you, they're a force to reckon with. I'm telling you, it's just injuries are hitting them. Hopefully, they get some people healthy for this playoff run, but it kind of sucks that you see the potential in this team on making it far. But we're gonna go down to like we're talking about Dolphins, but I want to talk about this whole AFC East. Now, this AFC East is very competitive, and it might go down to the wire. And I do want to give my thoughts on how everything will pan out for the Dolphins, the Bills, the Jets, and the Patriots. Um, so Miami does have a tough schedule coming up these next few weeks. I want to say they have one of the tougher schedules out there to finish off the season. So I'll give you my thoughts on who will end up on top of the AFC East, who comes in second, and will make the playoffs, and we'll go from there. And you guys tell me in the comments section what you guys think. So Miami plays so the next one, two, three, four, five, six games, 6 games left in the NFL season. So Miami currently right now is 8-3. I do believe that they're going to lose to the 49ers. They'll have a win versus the Chargers, lose to the Bills, beat the Packers, beat the Patriots, and beat the Jets. And then they'll end the season at 12-5. I think that is that gives you you're in the playoffs, you're in the wild card, and you're probably a high seed in a wild card. But I do think that they're gonna end up in second place because I have the Bills with their remaining schedule. The Bills end up with their 8-3 also. Dolphins are leading because they have that one win over the Bills, so the tiebreaker. But I do have the Bills beating the Pats next, beating the Patriots, beating Dolphins, beating the Bears, losing to the Bengals, and beating the Patriots. So they end the season 13-4, and the Bills are kind of like up and down. So my prediction might be wrong, but I do think that they have to start striding in the right direction. They're a really good team, especially the offense, but the defense has been giving up a lot of points. But I do trust in that offense to score points, to outscore their opponents. So they'll be 13-4. So they'll actually lead and be representing the AFC East. They might be a 1 seed. You never know, 2 seeds. So, but I do have them, beating the Dolphins out and Dolphins getting the wild card. The Jets, I have, they're I believe 7-4 right now. I got them going 9-8. Again, they go on a 3-game losing streak with Vikings, Bills, and Lions. They beat the Jags. They beat the Seahawks, but they lose to the Dolphins at the end because I just think that they have too much complications at the quarterback. They do have a lot of young talent, but they don't have that quarterback to take them to the next level. Their defense is serious. Now, I was not a, I was kind of ranking on their defense. Bro, they're not facing anybody. But when they have faced people, you can see that this defense is legit. They just don't have an offense right now to, continuously to put up scoring. So I do have the Jets going at 9-8. And the Patriots, again, look, I'm telling you, Patriots fans, you had your run with Tom Brady. You had your run. It was a good run. It was a good run. But now, look, you're going to be enjoying a lot of losing seasons. I have the Patriots ending the season 8-9. Look, they lose to the Bills, win Cardinals, win Raiders, lose Bengals, Dolphins, and Bills to end off the season. So I got them 8-9, finishing off the season. So that's my prediction. Look, I have the Bills either getting a second seed, maybe third seed. The Dolphins are going to be a high wild card, so they're going to have to travel to whomever they face. But I do have the Dolphins making the playoffs. This is a good season. I'm telling you, the Dolphins have been surprising. They have some key pieces that they need to address in the offseason, especially in the secondary. But I do also they need to address the pass rushing. They got Bradley Chubb, but they need to pick up somebody else. And look, just a heads up. I'm pretty sure they know, but Dallas Cowboys just waived Terrell Basham and one of our defensive ends, and it's because that's a loaded position for us. We have so much talent on defense end, and we're trying to free up a roster spot for either Odell Beckham coming back, Tyron Smith coming back, and him coming back and moving Tyler Smith to left guard. So it's going to be fun. But the Dolphins, they can pick up another pass rusher if Terrell Basham clears waivers. They can pick him up, and that'll be a good addition. He was good for us, but again, for the Dallas Cowboys, we just have so much talent on the defense end that we had to cut some bait and make a roster spot for a spot in need that we do need to help this team. But yeah, that's my prediction for the AFC East. Please comment below. You guys, again, we can be interactive. I know I can see the people that are watching right now. You can chat. I can chat back with you. This is, Restream. It's a good app to use. I can comment. I see your comments. I can post your comments and so on and so forth. But again, check me out on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, Twitch, all the major platforms. We're on TikTok. We're on everywhere. Thank you guys for helping out. Tell a friend that, anybody that loves to listen to sports podcasts. I'm just an ordinary guy, just talking about sports. We do have some co-hosts, and if you're interested in coming on the program, hey, shoot me a DM. I'll send you a link. We can get you on here also, and we can talk about sports. It's fun. This is a passion of mine. And again, look, I'm telling you guys, I'm gonna get this thing back here looking nice. All right. So my little man cave or in my garage. All right. I'm gonna get this thing working. So, but I appreciate all of you guys for supporting the show. And again, thank you guys for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next episode.